Hello and welcome to Let's Start Cooking. I'm Wayne, and if you're new here, thank you for stopping by. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome once again. You know, today I have a recipe that's simplicity at its finest. This is one of the easiest recipes you're gonna have to worry ever about doing. And we're gonna make today a chicken chili, or what some people call it, a white chili. And it's really, we're just gonna dump and go into a slow cooker or a crock pot, whatever you wanna call it. So all we're gonna do is, I have 3 chicken breasts here, and it comes out to about 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds. I'm not doing anything. All I did was I took the fat off of it, trimmed it up just a little bit, and we're not gonna do anything else to this. We're just gonna take this, and we're gonna set this to the side, and I'm just gonna take my slow cooker, and all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna set this right in. I'm not worried about how I put it in there. I'm just setting it right into the bottom. Now on top of this, all we're gonna take is, I have a can of white corn. And if you're gonna do this recipe, I never tell you what to use. I mean, that's entirely up to you, whatever brand you wanna use, but try to get a good brand of ingredients, because some of the corn, you take notice, if you remember when you went to school, it tastes like that school corn. It doesn't really have a really good taste. So get a half decent ingredients when you list this. I'm just gonna take a regular can of white corn, and I'm just gonna dump it right over the chicken. That's all we're doing. I'm going to take a can of Great Northern beans, or if you can't find these, you can use navy beans, but I'm just taking a regular can, and I'm just going to put that right over the chicken. It's really that simple. And we're going to take this now, we're going to set this to the side. And what I have here now is I have 1 can of chicken broth. And we're just gonna add this right into our measuring cup. And we're not really measuring, I'm just gonna use this to mix everything together. Like I said, this is simplicity at its simplest. I mean, we're gonna put all this stuff together. We're not gonna worry about it. I have a can of green chilies. And we're just gonna gently put them in. Now again, if you don't like certain things, you don't have to add that many of them. But I'm adding a whole can of green chili. I'm going to take 1 can of cream of chicken, and we're just going to add that right in. And this is something, like I said, you can prepare this. I mean, what's it going to take me? 5 minutes, if that, to put everything together. You can throw this all together, set it, and you can come back later and it'll be done. Now on top of that, I'm taking 1 package of regular taco mix. Now again, this is where it's up to you. You can use mild, you can use hot, you can use whatever you want. This is one of those recipes, like if you're getting ready for, if it's Sunday and you're getting ready for a football game, or you have plans and you want to go out, or you're just messing around the house, you can put all this together. Mix this up, put it in your crock pot slow cooker, and we can forget about it. And we're just going to mix this up. Just so we get this all combined. We're going to mix it all up anyway once we get this in the crock pot. And once we get this done, we're just going to take this and we're just going to pour this right over everything. And believe it or not, that is all to this recipe. There's nothing else that we have to do with this. We're just going to sit this now. We're going to put our top on this. And we're going to put this in the crock pot slow cooker, and we're going to set this on low, and we're going to let this go for 6 to 8 hours. Because what we want to do now is we're going to cook this chicken until it's fall apart tender. So this is all you have to do with this recipe. It's one of the easiest ones we've ever done, and I figured I'd show it to you now because with football season, with winter coming up, cold days, you just want to put something you don't feel like cooking, we're just going to put this right on. So we're going to let this go now for about 6 to 8 hours in a slow cooker. And when it's done, we will be back. Now, before we put this on, we let this cook for 6 to 8 hours on low. I'd like to take this time to ask you that you like and share this video with your friends. Subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and hit that notification button so you know whenever we make a video. So we'll get this on now, and we'll let this sit, and I will see you. And for you, about 5 minutes, maybe 15 seconds. For me, it'll be about 6 to 7 hours. All right, welcome back. It's been for us about 7 hours. And again, that's going to depend. That's why I say 6 to 8 hours, because all we really want to do with this is we want to slow cook this to break this chicken down. So now that we've done that, it's been 7 hours. We're just going to remove the lid. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a half a cup of sour cream to this now. And as you can see, that chicken started to break up already. But we're going to make sure that we break it up even more, just in case. And all we want to do is just stir this in. And we're going to get that chicken all broken up. And you can smell the seasoning coming off of this. It really smells good. Now, obviously, this is going to be very hot. But we'll just mix this up. We'll get it all mixed in. Make sure that chicken's all busted up for us. And once we get to this point now, the only thing that we really have to do, we've already cooked it all. We didn't really have to do anything, so we'll just lay this down to the side. We're just going to get a small scoop of this for now. And I'll just set this to the side for now. And what we're going to do now is we're just going to add, and this is optional, you don't have to, but we're going to add a little bit of Monterey Jack on top of this. Add a little bit of cheese on the top. But that's all that there is to this. This is, like I said, this is simple. You put all the ingredients right in your slow cooker. You let it go, and when you come home or when you're done with the day, it's perfect. You can call this a white chili, chicken chili with white beans, whatever you want to call it. Like I said, the only thing is now is I know it's going to be very hot. The first hit you get is that seasoning that we put in this. The chicken is nice and tender. The green chilies put a nice little zing to this, but it's nothing overwhelming. It's nothing that's going to burn you. The green chilies aren't made like that. They're, you know, we don't want hot. Now you can make this as hot as you want. I stick with mild because of my family. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like and share with your friends. Give us a thumbs up. And like I always say, I will see you next week.